What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Home Circus live video. We just got the ban list the other day, and so now we're going to be placing all new decks. It's going to be Salamangreat on the left side here, going up against Labrynth on the right. Both decks will remain untouched here. Salamangreat was not playing any of those cards, being bumped up with the fire decks. We still have Princess, we still have all that good stuff. They're going to be winning the die roll here with a starting off of the circle in the draw phase. It's going to let us play around roll. But we are going to be seeing Nibiru being very prominent in the current meta, going to be one of the best cards. We've lost all the Omni Negates now, so essentially, these decks are going to have to play through the copy of Nib rather than play around it or, be able to set up a board pre-existing the Nib. All these before 5 summon combos are going to now be essentially done. We're going to be seeing a normal summon of the Spinny going for a copy of the Balinks. Again, that's going to let us trigger the copy of Gazelle to summon itself out as well here. Going to be pretty nice. We are going to see the Gazelle going to activate its effects here. We're going to hit it with an Imperium. I don't think that's very correct there. Spinny will be able to summon itself back out from the graveyard. And we do have a copy of the Mirage Dahlia to summon from the deck. But this deck does actually have a way to play through Nib with the Weasel line. That's why a lot of players are not on fire anymore. They're going to be searching with the Debug. And then, of course, Debug being able to normal summon. Then you go into the copy of our good old friend, the Wicked. Wicked then search for the Weasel. And then you get to go for your lines, as well as you can search for IMP Grenade. But we're going to see them go for Jack Jaguar. Then we'll go into a copy of the Sunlight Wolf. And then, of course, Sunlight Wolf is going to be... Well, Jack Jaguar is going to be summoning himself back out into a zone that the Sunlight Wolf points to by shuffling back that copy of Balinks. Then we're going to link away those for a copy of the Princess here. And this is going to let us link away, not using the effect here first. Going for a copy of the Raging, then we're going to activate the Field Spell. That's why we didn't activate the effect prior. Then we're going to go for another copy of the Raging here. And then we are going to summon with the Paralytic Seed, which is going to be able to summon itself here into a zone that it points to. And we're also going to be able to search for the Roar. And we can go for either a copy of IP, or not IP, SP, or a copy of Bagooska here. I know this is going to be a very good card in the upcoming formats. Very good against Branded as well. But we're going to see them set it. It is good against Lab because it also really hurts until they go into their extra deck monsters. So they have to essentially go into a Link plays. And their Link plays, we can't really out this unless they make a copy of SP. And in that case, they really have to go for the main phase 2 and go for that Clear Yusha or whatever her name is. So we're going to start off with a copy of Prosperity here, banishing 6 cards, looking into their deck. And we are going to be seeing a copy of Ash, Nib, Kuklok, transaction rollback there. So we're going to be choosing the copy of the Kuklok here. This could give us access to a normal summon to go into a copy of Relinquish Anima if we need to. But they're going to activate the effect of the Kuklok, which is going to let them sitting a trap. And they're going to be normal summoning the Ariana here. And it immediately gets turned into the defense position. But they do now control a copy of a Labrynth, so they can activate a big welcome here. But they are, now understanding what the effect of the Bagooska does. Big Welcome is not going to be able to stop this. They're going to be able to activate it, summon out a copy of the Lovely. But yeah, it's going to be almost impossible for them to essentially beat this. They're going to bounce back the Lady there. This will let them be able to summon back out the Lady to make that Link material here. So we're going to be going for that. Yeah, I personally don't like Bagooska at all. I'm not a fan of that card, but I do love Branded, so I guess I am biased. But the card's really good. I know some people in the comment section of the last video said that Bagooska is fine because Links don't have, or because Links have already a very strong weakness. But I don't really think that Links have a strong weakness. I think Links is probably the most the strongest actual extra deck summons that we do have. They're definitely the most unfair. You have so many crazy Links, using SP, using Access Code, Appaloosa, even the Nightmares were good. There's so many good Link cards that just help you Link climb, even the Charmers. So essentially get you into anything that you really want to. And so here we're going to go for the Weasel. They do have a big welcome in the graveyard that can bounce back that copy of Baguska, so they do have an out to it. And then we're going to be linking off into a Balinx. We then get to go for the copy of the Weasel, giving them the Spinny. And then we're going to be able to draw a card. This can also trigger Princess because our opponent did summon a card. So we can activate the effect, targeting most likely probably the copy of the Raging alongside the Lovely. I would assume the Lady, maybe? Now choosing the Ariana here, okay, and destroying the Balinx as well. This is very interesting. And I guess we can then trigger the copy of the Raging. And do we have an IDP to flip up here? And that could be extremely detrimental, but no, we're not, because we're going to summon itself out here, letting it hit the board. And so our board is now very strong. We will be able to pop or bounce with the big welcome in the graveyard, but we're not going to get OTK'd here. And we do have a copy of Welcome. They're going to hit that with the Roar. And now we have to choose, we can't chain Big Welcome because Roar is a counter trap, but on the next chain we can activate it. So we're going to let it resolve, and then we're going to activate the effect of Big Welcome, bouncing back the copy of Raging Phoenix. It's interesting that we chose the one that was not in the extra deck. We're going to go Battle Phase, Princess attack into the copy of Spinny. Now, mind you, the copy of Princess has not reborn this turn. We're going to relink into a copy of Raging. Raging will then be able to search for a copy and also reset the Roar there because it was relinked. But we're going to be able to search for a copy of Will, which is going to just be a sane follow-up. Now, at this point, the game is essentially over for the Labrynth player. Salah does have complete control over this game. Using either the copies of another Raging they can go into, or they can activate Will right away and just summon back these huge bodies. I don't know if they have anything else. I guess they can go for a Hita if they wanted to get rid of that Princess. But this is going to let you summon out 3 bodies here. And we essentially have full combo. Or we already have full combo, but we have essentially anything and everything that we want. They're going to go for the Pyro Phoenix, and they're going to be able to relink away into a copy of SP here, and that's going to be able to burn. We're also getting Code of the Duelist in the next set, whatever Legacy, I believe, of Destruction, which is going to be another Salamangreat card, which is really, really cool. So get ready for an updated Salamangreat deck profile. It's going to be able to summon during your opponent's turn, so they're going to essentially just blow up the field with that copy of Phoenix at any point of time, which is really cool. But they're going to activate the trap, activating Big Welcome, but they already activated the Big Welcome during, or this is the next turn, they draw a card, yeah. We're going to chain the copy of SP here, and that's going to be summoning and then bouncing. But they just really have just lost. Summoning with the Lady and then bouncing herself. I saw some lists only playing 1 Lady as well, which is very weird to me. And then Welcome's going to be able to set itself. We then have the Lovely that can summon herself out. Now, due to already have that trap face down, Lady cannot be targeted, so Princess cannot activate in the graveyard. A nice little interaction there. But it's still not going to be enough, unfortunately. We just have so much that we can do on the Salad side that Lab is really just falling behind here and is not going to be able to keep up. So we're just going to pass, and then we're going to be seeing the SB come back alongside the second Lady. And just like that, we're going to pass turn here. So we're going to see Baguska is going to have to detach from itself during the standby phase. But, with just a welcome as well as a big welcome in the graveyard, not much is going to get done here. They are, kind of feeding their own by just protecting the castle, I suppose. No pun intended there with Lady. But we're going to be seeing them go into a second copy of, or their third copy of Raging here, and then Raging also, detaching that copy of Bakuska. And then we're going to be summoning, or searching from the deck, searching for that Weasel to give our opponent once again here. And we're going to actually turn the copy of the, well, do you even bother turning the copy, I guess, of Bakuska into attack? I don't think it actually really matters. You know, they have a welcome. So welcome summons, doesn't do anything. We get the chain. We can't, unless it's a Kuklok in the hand. And even that, I guess you can go, welcome, summon out Kuklok. Bounce Kuklok with the big. You'd be able to set a trap. So I guess you kind of just have to wait the last second, hope they flip welcome. Because if they don't, then they're kind of just hoping that if you do hit, what's it gonna do? I guess you could go for your copy of Ice Dragon's Prison, and that could be pretty good. We're gonna see the Weasel being linked away. Then we're gonna activate the Weasel effect here, trying to give our opponent. And if we give them the Balinks, then I'm giving them a Raging Phoenix instead here. What? Why? Now we're going to destroy it. Okay. With Princess. Interesting. You know it would be kind of crazy though if they had a Nib. And then we do have Roar set, so it's going to be fine. But we're going to be seeing the Princess summon back out. Oh, actually, we're using the effect of the Pyro Phoenix to destroy. Which can then destroy both copies of the Salad. Raging Phoenix, okay. Doing some weird combos here. I actually don't really even know what's going on, why we're doing this. The Lab player definitely should just scoop. They're going to go into a copy of Sunlight Wolf, and then we're going to be able to do Jack Jaguar, put back, summon itself out. Getting the Recursion here, going to add. We don't have the Hand Trap yet, so we can't add back Ash. We can always add back the Spinny. Then we're going to activate the Big Welcome, trying to bounce here. We're going to activate the Chandelier, discarding itself alongside another card. I thought we were going to go Big Welcome, but they're choosing not to. We're going to go Roar on that, negating that effect. We still get the effect of the Kuklok to summon out, or to add back to the hand, but we're going to choose to summon itself out. Then we can activate the big, bouncing back that copy of either Raging or SP. We're going to be chaining the SP on itself and the Raging Phoenix so that we don't get to bounce. We then get to link away for our Yama. We probably should have activated the Welcome first. And they do have the Veiler for it. Yeah, we probably should have activated the Welcome first. Get the set, the Lady Trap. I guess you can't really activate it there. So I'm going to go Battle Phase and I'm going to attack into the copy of the Sunlight Wolf. We're going to protect with the Balinks, and then we're going to pass turn on this. We're going to see the Baguska finally die here. Longest Baguska that I've seen in quite a while. And then we're going to be summoning up the Lady Debug finally, and that's going to let us search for a copy of the IMP. We're also forgetting the SP as well as the Raging Phoenix. That definitely should be coming back. They'll notice in a second here. Surely they'll notice. Yeah, you can't not notice. You're down like 2 monsters. One's a Link 4. We're going to summon out the IMP. So if we summon one more time here using monsters from our... Okay, so we are... Now we realize, okay, makes sense now. So we're going to summon these back out. That's a huge mistake, not realizing it's there. Going for a Wicked now. Wicked can search for the Weasel once again. It does have to have pointed to a zone it points to, though. So we're just going to go up into a copy of Hita. Then we're going to banish the IMP grenade there to bounce back. And we could just go for a game right now through that copy of Welcome. Like, Welcome. They do have the Ash, and there's potentially this game right there. Lab definitely does struggle to get game, and I guess the game's not over till it's over. But when you are down like one card, which is just a Welcome, it's like, really, is it really worth playing out? Especially when they have like Roar and the full setup. Unless you don't really know what Salamangreat does, and then at that point, I guess you want to get the most information that you can out of the deck. But in this case, I would have scooped a lot earlier so you could play out your grind game. You're going to be losing that one regardless, so it's kind of important to play out correctly. But now we're going to be diving on into game 2 here with the Lab player going to be able to choose whether to go first or second. Most likely going first. When do you want to go second? Unless Tempeyes are all commons, and then all of a sudden going second might seem a little bit more popular now. Which is actually a really scary thought. Imagine you're playing against your opponent in a first round of a YCS and they go, yeah, you can go first. You're like, oh, okay. And then you're also playing Tempeye. So at that point, you're like, okay, well, are we actually just main decking Heatwave at that point? But we're going to be seeing the normal summon of Ariana. That we're going to get hitting that with a copy of the Imperm. We do have the lady to summon herself out. Then just passing on this. What is going on? Do we have multiple hand traps in hand? Is that what's going on here? Or maybe we have Arias in a hand trap? No, surely not. We would have used that prior. We're going to normal summon with the Foxy, which is not one of the best ones. We do have the Gazelle in the hand, so we can go into the Bailing to summon ourselves out. Then we can activate the effect to search for the field spell here, alongside dumping the copy of Spinny. But we already have the field spell in the hand, therefore we're not activating the copy of Bailing. It's opening it twice. That's crazy. We're going to summon out the Spinny here, and then we're going to go into a copy of the Link, or the XYZ, I should say, Mirage Stalio, activating the effect, hitting that with Ash Blossom, so essentially stopping them from summoning up that Jack Jaguar. But they will be able to still climb up into a copy of Sunlight Wolf, but do we have a way to, or a Heat, I suppose, and then we're going to be able to link away for a copy of Princess. Princess can then add back, or summon back out, I should say. And the Foxy, we're going to link away for a copy of the Raging Phoenix. Activate the field spell, and we're going to relink away into the Raging Phoenix. Activate the effect here, which is going to let us search. And we do have a Veiler in hand, or that's another Ariana, okay. We're going to search for a copy of Will here. So trying to go for that OTK line. Activate the Will. Will affect target, summon about 4. And we don't have any lines for the Wicked go into the Weasel line. But we will be able to go for a copy of SP. And then we're going to banish the copy of the Lady there. So we won't be able to attack directly this turn, therefore not going to be able to OTK, but we can still deal with that copy of Ariana, leaving them only on 2 cards left. They don't have any level 4s I could have summoned there, else they would have potentially ended on a Baguska as well. They're going to go battle phase, attack. And, our opponent is on 2 cards, and they're going to be on 3 cards, I suppose. But going into a Sunlight Wolf here, and then we're going to go into a Bailing, so then we're going to activate Sunlight Wolf's effect, letting us add back the copy of the Gazelle there. Then we're going to go to another copy of Sunlight Wolf, and we're going to be able to add back the Will as well. So having this insane follow-up here is just pretty nice. And of course, also having the copy of Princess in the Graveyard. We're going to normal summon out our second copy of the Ariana here. 2 cards left in the hand. And will this be able to go off? We're going to be banishing it with the copy of SP. And that's going to be searching for a copy of the Ku-Clock there. So maybe drawing into a furniture. We're going to activate the effect. I want to discard a copy of the furniture there to go for a Storby here, going for a copy of Big Welcome, and then we're going to be able to activate the effect, summoning back out the copy of the Ku-Clock. Then we're going to activate the Big Welcome, summoning out most likely a Lovely, bouncing back that copy of the Ku-Clock, and then we're going to be able to add or summon out here the Storby Torby as well. And we're going to be seeing the Princess being activated here, destroying. And we are going to protect with the Balinks. And we do destroy the Sunlight Wolf with that copy of Lovely. But unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. We can't even reset with the Lovely there. We kind of just lost. And we're just going to pass on this. And now we know everything in the hand. Just being a copy of the Ku-Clock. And this is going to let us essentially just get the OTK. We're going to be able to summon back out the Princess. Well, Princess is going to summon back out first off the copy of the Raging Phoenix. And then we can just summon out Raging Phoenix with the copy of Will. Then we can normal summon out the Gazelle, and our opponent just scoops up, realizing that they have lost, and we have just gained complete control. We have Salamangreat taking it 2-0 there. Unfortunately, Lab didn't see anything really going first there in that game 2. Opening up multiple copies of Ariana is never the nicest. But hopefully you guys enjoyed watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know in the comment section down below what other decks you guys want to be seeing for the new upcoming format. Don't forget to stay safe. Peace.